Hey YouTube, Southwest252 here with another video. This time I'll be comparing the Gemini jets and NG models, Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 and the Freedom 1 livery. But before I get into this review, I would just like to say I'd really appreciate it if you check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'll start off with the box. The Gemini Jets box, of course, I've already reviewed the NG models version. You should go and check that out. The link will be in the description for that. But on the Gemini Jets box, you do have the Gemini Jets logo top left corner, made for collectors by collectors, computer-generated image of this aircraft, Boeing 737-800 Southwest, and of course this is the standard white box for Southwest models. Gemini Jets logo on the bottom, 1/400 scale die-cast model, highly collectible, superior quality, realistic metal landing gear, detailed printed graphics, and as real as it gets features. On the left side of the box, you have Boeing 737-800, Gemini Jets logo, 1/400 scale die-cast model, and the item number, which is GJSWA2039. On the top of the box, you have adult collectible model. Warning: contains small parts, unsuitable for children under 14 years of age. And then the right side is the same as the left side. Back of the box, Gemini Jets logo, as real as it gets features, which you can pause and read. Officially licensed Southwest and Boeing products. Also, don't forget to check out the Gemini Jets social media. And this is a 2021/2022 Gemini Jets release. All right, so now for the comparison. Well, you know what? I'll go over the Gemini Jets version first, and then I'll kind of compare them towards the end. So here at the front, it does have the nose cone painted on. It's very hard to tell on camera just because of the dark color on the front. The cockpit windows are painted on there. Freedom 1 titles there. There you have the nose gear and nose gear door. All the gears are rubber and do roll. 500 on the gear door there. There you have the stars for the front portion of the aircraft. You've got the L1 door and the heart logo to the right of it. And then moving on into the rest of the aircraft, you have the wavy American flag design on it with the kind of gray in it to make it look 3D, which I think was a nice touch for this livery. And then this only has 2 antennas on it. You have that one on the top there over the emergency doors, and then the smaller one towards the tail. Over the wings, you have the emergency doors and roots. You've got the fantastically detailed engines with all the different colors on it. And here's the inside view of the engines. Got all your details on the wings, especially those slats, if I can get this to focus. There, you can kind of see it better. Then you have your split scimitar winglets. Of course, it's just gray for the special liveries on Southwest. Move towards the back. Actually, before I do that, the flap tracks are painted red on this model. You've got your Wi-Fi dome on top there. American flag design continues. Again, there's that second antenna. And here is the registration. It's very high up. The registration of this model is November 500 Whiskey Romeo. Now, it is quite high on this model. However, on the actual aircraft, it is higher than the normal registration because of the design of the livery, but it still shouldn't be that high. I guess I'll bring over the NG models version now. It's a little bit lower, but you can definitely tell that it is lower, and that's more accurate. And I'll push that one back for a little bit more. Right side of the Gemini Jets version, you've got the cargo doors there in the front where those stars are, kind of just right in the middle. And then all the way in the back, again, just kind of underneath the tip of the tail. So here is the front view of this model. Please do forgive me with the focusing. This is a new camera, still getting used to it. do have a little bit of wing elevation on the right side of the aircraft, so the left side of the screen on this one. There is the right side view. There is the rear view. There's the left side. You can tell the engine is very slightly tipping up just a little bit. There is the top view of this aircraft. And here is the bottom. Down by the nose cone, it does say 500. Again, that's if I can get it to focus, which I apologize for. Can kind of make it out there. Then you have your nose gear and nose gear doors. Again, all the gears are rubber and do roll. You move down, you have the heart logo in the middle there. Then the stand hole, the main gear with red painted on the outside, grayish on the inside. Then you have underneath the engines and wings, Gemini Jets logo there towards the back. And then you got the tail scraper, doors for the APU itself all the way in the back. So I know on social media, a lot of people have been criticizing this model. No, it's not perfect, but I think it deserves a little bit more credit than it's getting. Overall, it's not really that bad at all. If you missed out, I would recommend the NG Models version over this one, but it is actually, for me, it's a tight win, I would say. But mostly the colors are very, very similar, which usually, like, I'm not criticizing one manufacturer over the other. Usually it's just they're a bit different, just how their styles go, but they're very similar here. You can tell in the Gemini Jets version still on the left, NG Models version on the right. The blue with the stars, pretty much the same exact color. And then also the red, pretty similar. On camera, it probably looks exactly the same. In person, on the NG Models version, it's maybe very slightly lighter red, but they're pretty much both perfect. The only major difference in the paint, actually, is the grayish, but to the 3D effect of painted on the white part of the flag portion, or the wavy flag portion. It's very, very, very light on the NG Models version. You can tell there, Gemini Jets is more visible, more kind of in your face. Actually, I've never seen this aircraft in person. I haven't looked at a picture of it in a little bit, so actually I'm not sure which one is more accurate, but I would think that Gemini Jets version is actually a little more accurate on that front. And then one more criticism that I've seen is that the winglets on this mold are way too big on the Gemini Jets version, but I think it's just the way they look and how they're usually, the wing elevation's a little more. So if you look, put them right next to each other. Gemini Jets version's in the back, NG Models version in the front. They're pretty much the same height. Gemini Jets maybe is very slightly taller, but there's not really that much of a difference. Again, here's the Gemini Jets version on the right, NG Models version on the left. The Gemini Jets version actually isn't that much bigger. And then also another thing is both of the tails right next to each other, they're pretty much the same exact color. So originally, I gave the NG Models version a 30 out of 30. I'm dropping that down to 29.5 because this nose, it's kind of a little bit like their older version, like they didn't update the mold for this one, even though they updated the mold a long time ago. So I'm reducing the NG Models version to 29.5 out of 30 for that. And the Gemini Jets version is going to come in just behind at 29 out of 30, just for that little bit of wing elevation, the engine tilting up slightly. But really, they're both pretty good models. I would recommend them both, but again, like I said, probably the NG Models version just slightly over it, but it's probably sold out by now, so Gemini Jets is where you'll have to go. But again, it's not a bad model at all. So the Gemini Jets version will be getting a score of 29 out of 30. But that is going to be it for this review and comparison. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to my channel. And also, again, I'd really appreciate it if you could check out my Instagram. The link for that is in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can give us your attention for just a few minutes, we'd like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-800. To fasten your seatbelt, slide that flat metal end into the buckle. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position the belt low in